Hi, my name's Lara. I'm the founder of Hoopsy. Now in the UK this week, it's National Fertility Awareness Week, which the idea is behind it is to raise awareness of the fertility challenges that women and men go through when they're trying to have a baby. Now, most people don't talk about these things, and it's not until you actually start talking about it that other people will also start talking about it. And I've particularly noticed that in my journey, because through telling everyone that I have had my eggs collected and none of them, there was one fertilized and didn't make it to day 5, so it couldn't be used, and knowing that I've done 2 donor embryo transfers and the second one worked but then I miscarried, I know it's hard. And I was going through that on my own as a single woman, which in some ways makes it harder because you don't have that person to rely on, depending on what your partner's like. But the struggles that women go through, I mean, I was reading the other day about a lady who took 12 years to get pregnant. I mean, and I think one of the goals with Hoopsy, and one of the goals I want to do through my business, is really to get more people talking about fertility. Like, I feel like when we were at school, it was always like, don't have sex, or don't have unprotected sex, you're gonna get pregnant. And it made it sound like the chances were pretty much 100%. And yet, it's not until you actually start trying that you realize that the chances aren't that high. The chances are at their best at 20%. And that is when you're kind of 18, 19, 20 and healthy and your partner's healthy. So obviously that's an average and it can vary from person to person. But what I'm saying is that, you know, as you get older, things do start to drop off in terms of fertility. And even when, like with me, I did my egg collection at 45, which is old, and you know, I didn't feel old. Everyone told me I didn't look old, and well, old, 45. But you know, my body still was, and I always thought, I've got time, you know, I don't need to worry, like I can always do IVF. Well, the chances, when I did that egg collection, the chances of getting pregnant at my age were 2%, 2. So 2 women in 100, and that was actually having the baby. So I didn't even get to that stage, and of even getting pregnant, I didn't even have an embryo develop from it. And it's really hard. And the more I talk about my story to people, the more women tell me about what they're going through. And it is amazing. I would have to say, literally every time I leave the house and I talk to people in a networking event or at a party, or on the weekend I was at the Barossa Valley in South Australia, and they were doing free manicures, and the lady doing my manicures was 8 weeks pregnant. And we just got talking about it, and I asked her if she conceived naturally, and she did, and it happened the first month they actually started trying. But that's very unusual, and the amount of infertility is increasing because of environmental factors, because of people, you know, not moving enough, not eating the right things, you know, lots and lots of factors. But I just really think it's something we all need to talk about as a society, and that's why this National Fertility Awareness Week is so important. So if there's one thing I would say today, it is, you know, why not, if you have a story to tell, why not tell it to someone? All you do is just tell one person. And even if they're not going through it or they haven't been through it, it just builds more awareness, and that will then trickle on to other people, because the next generation that's coming through, women need to know that basically once you hit 35, the odds start to decrease dramatically. And so really, if you want to have a baby, you really need to start thinking about it much earlier than 35, because on average it takes 12 months to get pregnant, and that's with a healthy woman and man in the couple, in the relationship, or, you know, female with a donor sperm. So it doesn't happen instantaneously unless you're some magical baby breeding machine, of which I don't think there are many around. But if you are on your fertility journey, I would love to have a chat. I'd love to support you. I'd love to help you. I'd love to cry, laugh, drink champagne, whatever it is that you need. And I just want to say that Hoopsy as a company, we may not be massive, but we do really care, and I do really care, and that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm telling my story. That's why I'm out there, because I think it's so important that we educate women. Hi, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit like and subscribe to our channel so that you are the first to know when new videos arrive.